After defeating Sinner, the conversation around Novak Djokovic completely shifted. What was once debated is now being stated as fact. Analysts and former players all started saying the same thing. This is the greatest player the sport has ever seen.
I am shooketh to my core over what we just watched. That was insane. Those two matches, maybe the single best day of tennis I've ever been a part of. He looked like Novak of 8 years ago. He was going toe-to-toe with Sinner from the baseline. Unbelievable ball striking from both. Sinner, terrible on break points. That's the one thing I will say. Both guys serve huge, but this was Novak laying it all on the line, and I couldn't have been more impressed. 4 hours, 16 minutes for Grandpa Novak, and he is now through the finals.
This is why you lay it all on the line in the semis against Sinner. If you're Novak, you get through that one. Carlos, you don't think Novak watching that first semi, he had his eye on it. Seeing Carlos kind of grind it down, getting medical timeouts, playing 5.5 hours. You don't think that gives Novak just enough juice to get through that match, knowing we might have a tired young Spaniard on the other side, or maybe a hampered young Spaniard?
Carlos ain't going to be tired in 2 days.
I'm just saying, what if something is wrong with the adductor, right? Like, you never know, but that's got to give Novak some confidence, right? But this was vintage Novak. I mean, this is like a fine wine, just getting better with age. The tennis was phenomenal. The way Novak was striking the ball, it just is truly remarkable, the way these guys can go back and forth.
Novak saved 16 of 18 break points. Part of it was like unbelievable. Novak came up huge.
4-3 in the fifth, love 40.
Yeah, he came up big for part of it, but like Sinner also, like, he didn't choke by any means, but just like couldn't put it together. I think the pressure, especially when you got to the fifth set, was all on Jannik.
I feel like when he needed a red line and shorten a point, he did. And when he wanted to like grind out a point and he knew he could against Jannik, he also did that. It was an unbelievable blend of like, I'm going to kind of wear you out at the same time, even though I'm 38 or 30, whatever. I'm going to kind of like grind this point out. I know I can do it, stay in the backhand rally, do what I need to do. And then when I need to like fire early and pull trig, like I'm also going to do that.
Kind of like a little chess matchy. That was speechless, honestly.
Never lost a final out of 10 finals. That is an amazing stat.
Scary stuff.
This is making history once again. Novak Djokovic, it doesn't matter if he wins this final or not. Of course, he wants to win it, but I have not believed, actually, even when they were in the fifth set until he broke, that he was going to win this match. I mean, he's a superhuman, I have to say.
It's his 38th Grand Slam final as well. Those numbers, I think for the mere mortals at home, they can't quite comprehend. Can you try and put them into perspective how incredible that is, Mads?
Well, it's 10 years of finals. Yeah, 40 Grand Slams in 10 years, and he's made 38 finals. Obviously, he's been playing for about 18, 19 years on tour. No, it's absolutely incredible. But still, the numbers are one thing for me. But for him to come back and play this way after the way he plays against Lorenzo Musetti, and then not having played a match before that he can raise his level to this level is incredible. And then to actually win the match in the end, when you are up a break and then you're down break points, and the way that he wins it at the end, Babs, it's unbelievable. He goes for his shots. They go in. It's not that easy to just hit the ball as hard as possible and make it go in.
We've seen Alcaraz, Sinner. We will see Alcaraz and Sinner in the finals in the future. We probably won't see Novak Djokovic in too many more Grand Slam finals. I think we're in for a big treat.
You know, the reporter asked Novak a couple of days ago, you know, you've been chasing Rafa and Roger, you're now chasing Carlos and Jannik. Who's the chaser in this final and who is the challenger?
They're both chasing a record. Let's just leave it like that, I think. Right?
Yes, I believe so. I believe they're both chasing a record. Yeah, it's hard to say. I mean, Carlos is #1 in the world.
Yeah.
And for Novak to beat the #2 player in the world and the #1 player in the world, that has only happened 7 or 8 times in the Open era, that a player has beaten the #1 and #2 in 2 matches in a row in the semis and the finals. That is a record that is very hard to achieve.
Look at him now. I mean, he looks so fired up, doesn't he? Full of adrenaline. I wonder when he's going to collapse. This is going to be a long night for him. It's 2 a.m. in the morning. He won't go to bed before 4 or 5.
5 or 6, most probably.
He says that the old man in him, the 38-year-old, needs an early night. But I was actually going to say, the debate around who is the third man, well, it's been put to bed, has it not?
After this, pushing through in the fifth set compared to Sasha Zverev.
incredible. And we have two winners that were highly unlikely. We thought that it was going to go the other way. In most of the match with Alcaraz and Zverev, we thought Zverev was going to win in the end. And I have to say, with Sinner and Djokovic, I thought Sinner in the end was going to win it, because I can't imagine that the 38-year-old was going to be able to do what he did. So, yeah. Amazing.
Where does this stack up to some of the greatest of all time? Man. Tom Brady, Super Bowl MVP at 43 years old. So that's 5 years older than Djokovic is now. Nolan Ryan, a no-hitter at 44. Jack Nicklaus won the Masters at 46. Kareem, last NBA title at 41. Where do you put Novak in this list?
On top.
I was going to say number one.
No question about it. The physicality of it, and you don't get any help. I mean, Tom Brady, his people have to catch the ball. They have to block so they don't get, they get sacked. Nolan Ryan needs help on the defense. Kareem, he's got 4 other people on the court with him. This is all by yourself for 4.5 hours?
Yeah.
Hands down.
Hey, for me, it's a no-brainer. We had this discussion. I could talk about this all day. I love greatness. All these guys in different sports. I'm a huge Tom Brady fan. I think he's got that same type of mentality. You all do, to be able to do this. But when you combine everything, number one, the individual sport that Martina said, I think that puts Novak in a different category. The physicality that it takes on a consistent basis, it is absolutely unreal. He'll be 39 in May.
I'm just going to fire back with this, because this was a semifinal win, right? This is not the Australian Open title. So if he wins the Australian Open title, I am in agreement 100%. Okay. If it ends in the final and he doesn't win the title, Lindsay, I don't know that it's better than those.
That's your opinion.
Hold on. Weissman, was that board? Are we talking about what he's doing right now, or this particular achievement of making the final?
I believe it's the achievement. Okay. Because those were the achievements.
Okay.
It's not what they did, it's the achievement.
Yeah, I'm kind of looking at it, what he's doing right now at this age, beating
So do you agree that if he doesn't win the ultimate title, like Brady...
So you don't put it, where do you put it on that list then?
I think the tennis players are the greatest athletes on the planet.
Right. So why are you talking it down then?
I'm getting the
where are you
conversation
going?
I'm stirring the pot here, Linz.
So what's your answer?
If it's just a semifinal win, no, then it's not as
great.
great.
So you put him fifth?
Because he hadn't won yet.
You got to win. Those are all, they all won the championship.
Yeah, but...
Now, do I put it above Jack Nicklaus? I do, because to me, the physicality of tennis is so much greater than golf.
They're walking between hitting shots.
Yeah.
In golf. They're walking.
And then you put Kareem like above him.
I don't put Kareem above him.
Where do you put him?
Brady. I put Brady and Ryan. I put Brady and... I mean, 44 years old to throw a no-hitter.
That is pretty cool. That is amazing. Yeah.
It's all remarkable.
And Tom Brady's getting hit. I mean...
Okay.
So, yeah. What about you? You still put it number one, even if he doesn't win the title?
Man, that was something special last night. And then if you take into account everything that he's been going through, I think we saw something last night that is so incredibly special, and so many people doubted that it would ever happen. That it's remarkable.
I will also add, I think it being a victory over Sinner, I'd put that even a little bit better than if he had gotten that same victory over Alcaraz. I think this is a tougher matchup for him in the last few years.
That's a great point, because if Sinner is Djokovic 2.0, Novak just went to 3.0.
That was remarkable.